Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be looking at iconic Disney movie moments from each year of the 21st century thus far. Naturally, there will be a few spoilers.
If your heart is in your dream,
no request is too extreme.
2000, Becoming a Llama, the Emperor's New Groove.
Your Highness.
Is something burning?
My spinach pus.
As Disney's 90s renaissance wrapped up, the animation studio entered a new age of experimentation. While the results were hit and miss, it paved the way for one of Disney's best comedies to date. Kuzco's transformation into a llama brilliantly balances fast-paced slapstick with the awkward tension you'd find in a dark comedy.
Okay, what were we saying?
We were just making a toast to your long and healthy rule.
Right. So, what are you gonna do?
The scene is packed with so many memorable lines and reactions that it's easy to miss the subtle touches. For example, ever notice that the cactus Yzma pours her drink into also undergoes a llama transformation?
Now, about you finding new work. That's gonna be tough.
More broccoli?
Because you're, I don't know, let's face it, you're no spring chicken. And I mean that in the best possible way.
Between Kuzco's shallow obliviousness, Kronk's stupidity, and Yzma hiding her frustration behind a smile, it's some of the Mouse House's funniest character animation ever. Now, if we could only get a spinach puff kiosk at Disneyland.
What? A llama? He's supposed to be dead!
2001, Goodbye Boo, Monsters Inc. 2001 was full of scary sights, including Mia Thermopolis' appearance before her makeover in The Princess Diaries.
Where is the beautiful girl?
My granddaughter, Amelia.
We also needed a makeover after Monsters Inc. made us ugly cry with a tearful farewell. Forced to part ways, Sully tucks in Boo for seemingly the last time. Although Sully understands the gravity of this moment, Boo isn't old enough to fully comprehend what's going on.
Goodbye, Boo.
Kitty.
Kitty has to go.
We're too devastated to even appreciate the Toy Story and Nemo Easter eggs as Sully gives Boo a big hug and reluctantly shuts the door. It isn't until Boo opens the door that she begins to realize Kitty might not be coming back. Thankfully, the door isn't closed for good, and the two are eventually reunited in an equally emotional ending.
Boo?
Kitty.
2002, Lilo meets Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. Continuing Disney Animation's experimental age, Lilo and Stitch took a chance on a modern buddy comedy about a girl and her dog, who's actually an alien. At a Hawaiian animal shelter, Experiment 626 adopts a canine appearance, although he looks more like a blue koala.
Oh yes, all of our dogs are adoptable. Except that one!
What is that thing?
A dog, I think! But it was dead this morning!
It was dead this morning?
When we thought it was dead, it was hit by a truck!
I like them.
Most humans screech in horror at the sight of 626, including the animal rescue lady. Being a fellow outsider, though, Lilo is immediately drawn to the creature's unique features.
Does it have to be this dog?
Yes, he's good. I can tell.
Lilo names her new pet Stitch. It's a fitting name since the mischievous experiment helps to stitch the bond between Lilo and big sister Nani. Nani can tell from the get-go that Stitch is going to be a handful, but how can you say no to the enthusiastic look on Lilo's face? 2003, Just Keep Swimming, Finding Nemo. In 2003, Lizzie McGuire had us singing What Dreams Are Made Of,
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
while Freaky Friday had us rocking out to Take Me Away. However, if there's one song that still gets us through hard times years later, it's Just Keep Swimming. When it appears Marlin has lost his only lead on Finding Nemo, Dory sings 3 encouraging words.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim.
Dory, no singing.
Dory. I love to swim in.
Although Marlin is more annoyed than inspired, Dory gets him to venture into the dark abyss where they find 2 things: Dory's conscience and Marlin's bravery as they confront an anglerfish. Hey, at least it's not as scary as Barbossa's skeleton crew.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Although Dory's words initially seem like naive optimism, Just Keep Swimming has evolved into a motto for perseverance, providing hope even during the fishiest situations. 2004, Dysfunctional Dinner, The Incredibles. Even if you took out the superhero angle, The Incredibles still would have worked as a hilarious family comedy.
What are you hungry for?
Tony Ridinger.
Shut up.
Well, you are.
I said shut up, you little insect.
Well, she is.
Do not shout at the table. Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
The dinner scene is an especially relatable family feud, with siblings Violet and Dash at each other's throats, mother Helen trying to keep them apart, father Bob reluctantly intervening, and Jack gleefully watching the chaos unfold.
Don't just stand there. I need you to intervene.
You want me to intervene? Okay, I'm intervening. I'm intervening.
Sister Violet, let go of your brother.
The dialogue is every bit as clever as the slapstick, hence why Brad Bird scored an original screenplay Oscar nomination to go with his Best Animated Feature win. That said, the superpowers do add another layer of humor. Between Dash's speed, Violet's force fields, Helen's flexibility, and Bob's strength, we imagine most family dinners would be like this if everyone was super. We also suspect that there'd be more Cape casualties. 2005, Final Battle, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
For Narnia! And
While not the first crack at C.S. Lewis's classic fantasy novel, previous adaptations all left something to be desired, especially when it came to the action. Disney's version finally delivered on the epic scope we imagined while reading the book, building to a final battle crawling with diverse fantasy characters. It's not as gruesome as The Lord of the Rings, which is appropriate given the more kid-friendly source material and Disney brand. However, the climax still treats its young audience like adults with sophisticated dialogue, dramatic confrontations, and a higher body count than you might anticipate. Among the casualties is the dreaded White Witch, who meets her end at the resurrected Aslan's claws. It's definitely one of the most PG-13 moments we've seen in a PG Disney movie. 2006, Release the Kraken, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Let no joyful voice be heard. Let no man look up at the sky with hope. And let this day be cursed by we who ready to wait. The Kraken!
From one epic battle to another, the second Pirates film broke out the big cannons with the Kraken. In a franchise full of visual wonders, this sea behemoth is among the most intimidating. Wrapped in the monster's tentacles, the Black Pearl has rarely been in more jeopardy. Director Gore Verbinski occupies every shot with swashbuckling action and innovative effects, but there is also room for strong character moments involving cowardice, redemption, and betrayal. Captain Jack Sparrow even channels Han Solo in 2 instances. First, he returns for a last-minute rescue after consulting his moral compass. Then, in his final stand against the Kraken, Jack goes down swinging to Davy Jones's locker, leaving us on an Empire Strikes Back-esque cliffhanger that had audiences talking for a year. (2007) Arriving in New York, Enchanted. In 2007, several Disney characters thrived in unlikely environments. Remy proved that a rat can not only cook, but show off mad puppeteering skills in the process. A rat in Paris is one thing, but an animated princess in a live-action world brought new dimensions to the fish out of water formula. 70 years after Snow White gave us the first Disney princess, Enchanted poked fun at the tropes we've all become familiar with. Instead of falling down the rabbit hole, Giselle emerges from a manhole. Through Giselle's eyes, though, New York is a regular wonderland where castles are traded in for billboards and everyone is grumpy.
Grumpy!
Jeez, lady, are you for real?
I think so.
Giselle is out of her element, but Amy Adams is immediately convincing as a cartoon brought to life. 2008, Dancing While Defying Gravity, WALL-E. Silent film stars Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin were among Pixar's biggest inspirations during the production of WALL-E. In this magical scene, you can also see echoes of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Eve is beyond ecstatic that WALL-E survived the pod explosion and managed to save the plant. Sharing the robot equivalent of a kiss, they turn outer space into a ballroom of boundless possibilities. WALL-E practically makes it look like it's snowing with his fire extinguisher, which only adds to the whimsy. The eye-popping animation is complemented by Thomas Newman's majestic musical score. It's a sequence that's so otherworldly and yet overflows with humanity. It's also a testament to Pixar's ability to communicate without much dialogue, which they built upon the following year. 2009, The Montage, Up. Disney had its setbacks throughout the 2000s, but as Hannah Montana might say, that's part of the climb. They ended the decade on top with two unconventional romances. The Princess and the Frog put a clever twist on a classic fairy tale with a kiss.
You don't look that much different. But how'd you get way up there? And how'd I get way down here and all this?
In Up, Pixar delivered one of the most compelling love stories we've ever seen, and in record time. In barely 4 minutes, they convey Carl and Ellie's life together, solely relying on visuals and Michael Giacchino's heartstring-pulling music. Just as life is full of ups and downs, you'll be smiling one second and shedding a tear the next. This masterstroke of storytelling wasn't just Disney's best moment of the year, but arguably the most talked about scene from any 2009 film. 2010, So Long Partner, Toy Story 3. Disney saw the light as the new decade dawned, kicking their modern animation renaissance into full swing with Tangled.
At last I see the light, and it's like the fog is lifted.
Pixar not only continued their winning streak, but somehow topped themselves. If the beginning of Up made you cry a river of tears, then the ending of Toy Story 3 unleashed an ocean of emotion.
But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you. Ever. He'll be there for you, no matter what.
Before heading to college, Andy passes his toys on to Bonnie. Each character is given a touching curtain call, although watching Andy part ways with Woody pushes us over the edge. While there's still a little time to play, it isn't long until Andy's childhood is in the rearview mirror. For anyone who spent the previous 15 years following these characters, this farewell truly felt like a turning point in life.
So long, partner.
2011, Rainbow Connection, The Muppets. Like Toy Story 3, The Muppets knew how to pack a nostalgic punch. The film gave us a slew of original songs that were in sync with the Muppet legacy. However, it's hard for even an Oscar winner to top Rainbow Connection.
Someday we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Playing the same banjo from the original Muppet movie, Kermit once again finds himself on a log with a song in his heart. While Rainbow Connection never fails to warm our hearts, this rendition resonates for a variety of reasons. After more than a decade out of the cinematic spotlight, the Muppets are finally reunited on the big screen. Joining in the franchise's signature song, they not only make a rainbow connection, but connect the audience in their mutual love for the Muppets.
The lovers, the dreamers, and me.
2012, Meg and George reunite, Paperman. In 2012, Merida proved that a princess can fight for her own hand, while Wreck-It Ralph found the good in the bad with help from his support group.
I am bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me.
However, the year's best Disney moment wasn't from a feature, but a theatrical short film. Paperman drew us in with its black and white computer cell animation. By the conclusion, though, we were less engrossed by the film's style and more by the romance. George and Meg are so close to each other, and yet constantly out of reach. After several failed attempts, George is ready to give up on bringing color into his life. Thankfully, with the help of several paper airplanes, one marked with a lipstick kiss, George and Meg find their way back to each other. (2013) Let It Go, Frozen. A year after Paperman won Disney's first animated short Oscar in over 40 years, Frozen reclaimed Disney Animation's stronghold on Best Original Song. The song in question is a little power ballad you might have heard of called Let It Go.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
With her secret exposed, Elsa finally decides not only to unleash her powers, but the person she's been concealing. This revelation comes with enchanting animation, stellar voiceover work from Idina Menzel, and, of course, that infinitely catchy tune.
It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free.
Let It Go was a zeitgeist moment for music, animation, and feminism, inspiring numerous online renditions and parodies.
Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
2014, enter Baymax, Big Hero 6. Disney continued to embrace their fairy tale roots in 2014, bringing Maleficent's curse into the live-action realm and unearthing the agony in being a charming prince.
Agony! Oh, the torture they teach!
Disney also experimented with the superhero and sci-fi genres, delivering an animated feature not quite like any they've done before. Yet, Disney's signature warmth is on full display when the huggable Baymax introduces himself to Hero.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
Tadashi's healthcare robot instantly wins the audience over with his marshmallow appearance and comforting voice that can make even the most straightforward line sound funny. Although his design is simple and his facial expressions are limited, Baymax gets across more personality in one scene than some characters do in an entire runtime. It's the first of Baymax's many satisfying moments.
You have been a good boy. Have a lollipop.
Nice.
I cannot deactivate until you say, you are satisfied with your care.
Well then, I'm satisfied with my care.
2015. Sadness helps Riley, Inside Out. Sadness can sometimes get the better of us, but it's a necessary emotion that can ultimately leave us stronger. In a way, Disney has been promoting this message for decades, given the studio's history of devastating moments. However, Inside Out took a literal approach, personifying sadness and Riley's other emotions.
Sadness, it's up to you.
Me?
Sadness? Sadness?
I can't, Joy.
Yes, you can. Riley needs you.
After spending most of the movie sidelining sadness, Joy realizes that Riley won't be happy until she has a good cry. Returning home, Riley lets her parents know what she's been hiding inside.
You need me to be happy, but I want my old friends and my hockey team. I want to go home.
Finding comfort in her parents' arms, we see how joy and sadness are closer than one might assume, helping to make us more emotionally rounded. Sorry if this scene has left you drowning in tears. To lift your spirits, here's Cinderella's dress transformation. (2016) How Far I'll Go, Moana. Disney Animation released 2 features in 2016, both wonderful in their own unique ways. Zootopia was a timely commentary on society, reflecting real-world prejudice and the DMV's slothful nature.
What?
Hang in there.
Can I do
Well, I was hoping you could run a play.
for you
Well, I was hoping you could.
today?
Lin-Manuel Miranda also got his feet wet with Moana, turning in the film's most memorable tune.
See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes.
Joining a long line of classic I Want songs, How Far I'll Go beautifully materializes Moana's inner struggle. Torn between her island and the sea, Moana wishes to do right by her family and people. Alas, the water still calls out to her, and until she sets sail, Moana may never know her full potential. The luxurious animation paints Motunui and the ocean in appealing lights, but Moana is eventually drawn to where she needs to be.
And no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
2017, Remember Me, Coco.
Though I have to say goodbye, remember me!
When we hear Remember Me early in Coco, it comes off as an upbeat song that feeds into Ernesto de la Cruz's massive ego. The song takes on a new identity upon learning that Hector wrote it for his daughter.
For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart.
What was once a happy song becomes infinitely sadder, knowing that Hector died shortly after, and Coco's memory of him is slipping in old age. As Hector risks being completely forgotten, the teary-eyed Miguel tries to trigger his great-grandmother's fading memory with the familiar song. The initially unresponsive Coco gradually begins to light up, turning the solo into a moving duet.
Until you're in my arms again, remember me.
It reminds us that music is a universal and generational language, connecting people in ways that regular dialogue can't. 2018, Oh My Disney, Ralph Breaks the Internet. From Jack Jack's fearsome raccoon battle to Mary Poppins' cover of A Cover Is Not the Book, 2018 had no shortage of notable Disney moments.
A cover is nice, but a cover is not the book.
However, no moment packed in more Disney than Vanellope's trip to a certain website.
Oh, come on, princesses and cartoon characters, lame.
Hey, easy there.
Oh, I mean, no offense or anything.
Loaded with references to Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and everything else the company owns, this sequence was the ultimate Easter egg hunt. It also paved the way for a variety of ingenious scenarios, namely Vanellope meeting her fellow Disney princesses.
Do people assume all your problems got solved because a big strong man showed up?
Yes, what is up with that?
She is a princess!
We've seen Disney make fun of itself, but to portray some of their most beloved characters in a satirical light made for an unforgettable event. At the same time, the princesses push back against some criticisms that aren't entirely fair. They don't solely rely on men. 2019, Show Yourself, Frozen 2. 2019 saw several characters find where they belong. Woody got lost with Bo Peep in yet another tear-jerking goodbye.
To infinity and beyond.
Meanwhile, Elsa reunited with a voice from her past, uncovering what she's been looking for.
Show yourself ready to learn.
Although it doesn't quite top Let It Go, Show Yourself was still a show-stopping successor. The visuals perfectly suit the song's sense of mystery and discovery, drawing the audience in further with each note. What makes the sequence especially remarkable is that it came so late in the production process. For the longest time, the filmmakers weren't sure who the voice should be until they settled on Queen Iduna, which heavily influenced the song. It all came together as Elsa reached the heart of Ahtohallan, finding her mother and herself.
You are the one you've been waiting for. All of my life. Show yourself.
2020, Finding Your Spark, Soul. 2020 will go down as an infamous year, but that doesn't mean it wasn't without satisfying moments.
He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
In addition to Hamilton, Disney brought 2 new Pixar films to their streaming service. Onward helped us cope with death as Barley shares a brief reunion with his father, while Ian realizes that he's always had a father figure.
He also said he's very proud of the person you grew up to be.
Well, I owe an awful lot of that to you.
Soul taught us about life and what it means to find your spark. For most of the film, Joe assumes that a soul spark is their destiny on Earth. Reflecting on his life in 22, though, Joe finds that a spark comes from whatever makes you want to live, be it music, pizza, or a maple leaf seed. In a year like 2020, it's a message we all needed. "2021, We Don't Talk About Bruno, Encanto.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno. But it was my wedding day.
It was our wedding day.
2021 was either a really good or a really bad year to be named Bruno.
Silencio Bruno!
Silencio Bruno!
More than anything else, though, 2021 was a year of healing and transition. Like Cruella's ballroom entrance, we burned away last year's fashion to reveal something more fetching. The climax of Raya beautifully illustrated picking up the pieces. But Encanto proved to unify everyone in one combined experience, not being able to get We Don't Talk About Bruno out of their heads. Encanto is a beautiful and colorful film about familial and self-love, and this tune is truly a family affair. You may even notice a Bruno bopping along to the tune at points.
Grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand?
7 foot frame, right so long his back. When he calls your name, it all fades to black.
Just as Bruno can see into the future, we think this song will join the ranks with Disney's best songs ever, let alone the 21st century.
Why did I talk about Bruno? I never should have brought up Bruno.
2022, Ugly Sonic, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. As grateful as we are that Paramount changed Sonic's design following that disastrous trailer, a part of us was bummed that we'd be denied the cringe fest that Ugly Sonic could have delivered.
They'll like me for who I am, not like last time when the internet got one look at my human teeth and burned the place down. Okay, let's see here. Best wishes, Ugly Sonic. There you go, kid. Oh, they're laughing at me. I know that. You can't hurt my feelings if I'm in on the joke.
Ugly Sonic made a comeback in the most unlikely of places. A part that was originally planned for Jar Jar Binks, Ugly Sonic is the standout in a film chock full of cameos. Not only does he retain his look from the trailer, human teeth and all, but Tim Robinson provides his voice in some pitch-perfect casting.
Anyway, now my luck has shifted. I've been offered a new reality show where I do ride-alongs with the FBI. It's called Ugly Sonic, Uglier Crimes.
He might be ugly, but this Sonic owns it. 2022 was the year where Disney taught us to be comfortable in our own fur. Whether you're a blue hedgehog or a giant red panda.
This isn't happening. This isn't happening. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
2023, When You Wish Upon a Star, Once Upon a Studio. At less than 9 minutes, this love letter to Disney has too many great moments to count. From the late animator Bernie Mattinson reflecting on the studio's legacy, to Mickey looking at a portrait of Walt. If those moments got you choked up, then the finale had you officially teary-eyed.
Anything your heart desires will come to you.
I knew this was gonna happen.
When it appears the group photo is a bust, Alan Adale the rooster raises morale with a rendition of the studio's signature song. Slowly but surely, everyone, from Belle and the Beast to Quasimodo to Scuttle, joins in a musical number that encompasses a century of magic.
Like a bolt out of the blue.
Fate steps in and sees you through.
Closing on the entire gang, it's a testament to what Disney means to all of us and what keeps us coming back. How will the 200th anniversary top this?
When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
2024, Riley's anxiety attack. Inside Out 2. The Inside Out movies are full of scenes that make us feel seen. Few speak to us more than Riley's panic attack.
Come on, Riley, get it together. I'm not good enough. You have to score, Riley, or this will all have been for nothing.
Anxiety, you're putting too much pressure on her.
A trip to the penalty box triggers this breakdown, but this is truly the culmination of the past few days weighing down on Riley. With bad memories flooding back and anxiety becoming an out-of-control whirlwind of emotion, Joy steps in. But things can't simply go back to normal.
Anxiety, stop! You don't get to choose who Riley is.
Riley is at a turning point in her life, needing to develop a new sense of self. This means not only living with good memories, but also the ones you'd sometimes like to forget. Learning to live with your mistakes and faults is an essential step toward self-love, however.
I need to fit in, but I want to be myself. I'm brave, but I get scared. Success is everything. I make mistakes. I'm nice. I'm mean. I'm a good friend. I'm a terrible friend. I am strong. I need help sometimes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. 2025, Pax and Fluffles, Zootopia 2. We know that Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde love each other, but are they in love with each other? Maybe we'll get a more definitive answer in Zootopia 3. For now, Wild Hop shippers have this scene to gush over.
Here we go. Hello? This whole area is restricted. You can't be here. Whoa, Fox and Bunny. Okay.
Yes, but proud parents first.
After being brought back with an anti-venom pen that sounds suspiciously like Moana, Judy reunites with Nick, who's had his own near-death experience.
Well, we've been official partners for 1 week. Happy anniversary! And we are functioning fine. Better than fine. And we did sort of save the city, so us being here kind of seems like a huge misunderstanding.
Done hiding behind jokes, Nick tells Judy everything that he was holding back in group therapy. She's the most important individual in Nick's life. Judy also lets all of her emotions out, nearly bringing herself and the audience to tears. Whether you interpret this as friendship or something even deeper, Judy and Nick couldn't ask for a better partner.
If we complain to Chief Beef, he'll just make us stay longer. Play it smart, stay off the radar, and don't let it get to you, okay?
Because we are the dream team.
What's your favorite Disney moment of the past 26 years? Let us know in the comments.